Hello, everyone, and welcome to ArcaKnights, a Power Rangers actual play series here on the ArcLight Court. Once again, major shout out to the Initiative Order for having us there for the largest portion of the entire series. Much love to them and all their future endeavors, but I'm glad to have it here on the home channel and with my wonderful cast gathered tonight. So we'll go around, have everybody introduce themselves and what character they're playing before we jump right into tonight's episode. And we'll start with the vibing Alec the Bard.
Hello, everyone. I'm Alec, or Alec the Bard, on the internet, professional ballroom dancer, TTRPG content creator, and I'm not your real dad. And tonight I'm playing Peter, the Red Ranger.
Up next, Javante.
Howdy, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, non-binary finies, and hellions of all walks of life. I'm Javante, your resident TTRPG goblin. I'm playing Dior, the Black ArcaKnight Ranger, and Lost Galaxy themed Peak.
Oh,
Thank you.
No.
Hama.
Hello, I'm Hama, or Hama Samakun, or Chris. I'll be playing Schrodinger, the Phantom Cheshire. I have a lot of titles. I'm purple, and I'm a cat. Also known as God of Time and Space. And Zio is Peak, and I swear to God, I'm gonna throw Javante's character out of the fucking window in our weird
space.
Yeah, so what? Do that on the sun.
Brandon.
Hello, everybody. It is I, Brandon O'Brien, a poet, writer, and game designer from Trinidad and Tobago. I will be playing Marcia Ambrose, the Pink ArcaKnight Ranger, and I abstain from this vote by saying I like the Shinkenja theme.
Ooh, okay.
You know what? I can accept that.
I'll accept
pass.
That. And last but certainly not least, our wonderful tech ranger, Paige.
Hey everyone, I'm Paige, she, they pronouns. I go by Pluto Cleric all over the internet. I am playing Frankie Oliver, he, they pronouns, the Silver ArcaKnight Ranger. And I would say Dino Thunder or the OG theme.
Lost Galaxy's Peak.
And
Samurai ruined the OG for me. I can't. I get like Vietnam flashbacks.
Gridmaster Arc or ArcLight Court all over the internet. Unfortunately, our commands aren't working, but follow me on Instagram at ArcLight Court, and you can get access to all of the other wonderful people playing here tonight. And let's jump into our intro leading into tonight's episode of Power Rangers ArcaKnights. And as we jump back into episode 20 of ArcaKnights, a Power Rangers actual play series, our Rangers had just had their epic battle on the moon against Dark Spectre, the Homunculus, and Serpentera. Schrodinger teleported onto Serpentera, and in a moment of freeze, in a moment of withholding, was approached by Dark Spectre before teleported back to where they were previously. The Rangers made the decision. Frankie separated the Silver Thunderbird Zord from the Castle Camelot Ultra Zord, flew towards Schrodinger to recapture them, bring them within to save them, as the rest of the group turned and could not find Serpentera. Looking over the rest of the area that they had just did combat, also could not find the Homunculus Zord. Seeing this battle as simultaneously a victory and a somewhat defeat, the team returned back to Angel Grove. As the team is returning back, is there any conversation that would have been had, any discussion of what took place?
Well, that didn't go horribly.
I mean, what is horribly? We like die in
Died.
space.
Die in
Yeah,
space.
Yeah.
Died
I was
in
almost
space.
there. I was floating off.
Yeah.
I got you.
Yeah.
I mean, the bad guys got away, but we did win.
Yeah. I mean, technically, does it count? Do we keep score, or how do you
think
guys
it's
do
like
this?
we won the battle, but not the war type situation.
All right.
Win is a win.
Yeah.
We should probably figure out where they went, but we also have to keep in mind we have the Dread Hollows to deal with in like how much time, Arc?
2 days.
2
Thanks
days.
God.
We have, the other bad guys that we now need to fight.
Yeah.
And we got like wait, so we have 2 days to fight them. It's been a very long 20 minutes.
We have 2
since
days
last
left.
We
We have 2 days left in our truce with them from the Psycho Ranger stuff.
Got it.
Necroknights, not Psycho
Necroknights.
Rangers.
That's what I meant. Not the copyright term I said.
Not the copyright term.
So is there any rule against us just landing our castle right on top of them, or do we have to?
You don't know where they're based out of.
Yeah,
You
we
don't
Just
know
know
where
keep
they're
landing
at.
our castle on places until
Wait,
eventually we find them.
No.
Wait, I
no.
do know where they are. I stole
Retract.
from them.
Schrodinger does know the
We all-
location of the Dread Hollows.
Yeah,
Don't
I
we all-
stole their
because-
stuff.
It's Area 50, right? Area.
You guys had an interaction with them in Area 52, but didn't have a confirmation that that was their base of operations.
Mm.
Schrodinger knows for a fact that it's in Area 52. There's no question for Schrodinger where they are.
So, do
But
you
there
guys
is a
wanna...
ceasefire. If
Oh.
you breach the ceasefire, they get to, and Peter would have explained this to Schrodinger as well as Marcia. If you breach the ceasefire, they get to kill you, Schrodinger,
They get to kill me. How?
because you were the person who stole the Necronite bands
No,
from them.
How does that kill me?
They have a way to kill you.
Oh, they have a way to kill
explained
me.
They
that,
have they have
yes.
something to kill you, and that's why we brokered
I-
the deal to keep you alive.
It's been a very long 2 hours. I simply can't catch up with all these villains. I'm still not completely sure whether or not you guys are Lost Galaxy or not. Up in the air. Well, I know for a fact where they are. They're in Area 52. You guys are a bit unsure on that, but I know for certain because I robbed them, and now it seems they're gunning for me. I guess they're more dog people. But if we have a specific thing in mind to do beforehand, before attempting to see whether or not they kill me, we should probably figure that out, because I just recently learned that I have parents and also a younger sister, so that's something
That's a
interesting
thing.
for this timeline. Yeah.
Well,
So I'm much younger now, and that there are a lot of hormones going. I got the mind of a million-year-old. This is weird.
We've also technically missed a lot of school.
I am
You
beyond
haven't.
we
rudimentary
have
schooling.
those clones.
You have the simulacrums who have been attending your classes
True.
since episode 4.
Yeah, we haven't been to class since episode 4. I mean, we can head back to base and maybe make a plan for 2 years, 2 days from now when the ceasefire lifts. So we're not just we wake up in bed and there's somebody standing over us with a silencer.
Plus, we should probably check on
we're
our
allowed to use
family
guns.
that were in the tubes that we left back there after the whole necro
Indeed.
stuff. So
Yeah.
see how
Left
they
your
go.
family.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
As the Castle Camelot breaches through the atmosphere, the ionosphere, then the stratosphere. Marcia, in your
Yes.
helmet, upon re-entry, you receive a text message. And it's from your mom.
I answer it immediately. I open it immediately.
Your battle was televised to the world. I made sure that nothing could be heard. Good job. Hopefully they stay away.
How do I reply to a text from my mom about being a Power Ranger? I just send a thumbs up emoji.
Deny everything.
As you send the thumbs up emoji, you know your mother's like connections and capabilities. Those text messages cease to exist on your phone, which is also very strange because acting as your arcane grimoire, they're also not accessible through the grimoire either. Your mother has removed any acknowledgement of the information shared between the two of you in this moment from ever having existed.
Tamrit,
Yes.
you saw that, right?
Yes, and though I would love to have an answer to that, I would never question a mother's intuition.
Fair. Guys, quick heads up.
Yeah.
Apparently we were briefly on TV, but no one heard anything? Question mark.
They get my good side?
Like we
Do you have
or
one?
like Power Ranger.
Every side's my
Us.
good side.
Apparently they saw the fight. Apparently someone caught the fight. We're gonna learn more about that when we get back into the atmosphere, I'm sure. But
We
Right.
transformed
You
before
are
or
just-
after we started that fight.
You are well within the area to where like phone service is starting to reconnect.
Yeah, we were
I
definitely
I start
transformed.
looking up videos immediately. I'm like deep into the dark web trying to find out how many videos
You don't
emerged.
even have to hit the dark web. Dior is very aware of a website that is run by somebody within the school called Ranger Central.
Yeah.
And there is almost like a dedicated live stream that was occurring that showed the Castle Camelot moving through the clouds up into and out of orbit into towards the moon. Then it shifts to like one of the ISS cameras pointed towards the moon, and it shows the fabled anthology Megazord fighting against the homuncumera and then briefly against Serpentera before Serpentera disappears. It shows the Silver Thunderbird Zord separate and grab something. The camera couldn't focus on what. And then reconnect back as the castle moved back towards Earth.
Hey, I have so many questions, including but not limited to how someone commandeered a space station satellite.
Didn't have to. Their live streams are free to utilize.
Really?
The ISS live streams are free to utilize and are accessible on the internet at any point in time.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy that people still think the Earth is flat.
I feel like that's a different issue we're gonna have to address at some point, but this seems more pressing.
I'm gonna park the castle like in the clouds, like above where our home base is.
They already know it's here. We might as well just like
don't
With
wanna
your
bring it down.
wielding
Yeah.
of Excalibur and Caliburn, and
Can
your
you put this-
understanding of the Camelot Megazord and portion of the Fable Anthology Megazord, it does have the capability to release cloud coverage to obscure it from being viewed.
Sick. Can I also put like a lighthouse feature on it so planes don't just run into Castle Camelot?
It has like a go
tower.
down 30 feet. Oh,
Got
go
it.
up 30
Okay,
feet.
all right.
Put it in like Self Park.
Crazy DM
like-
purple knockout gas. Got it. I was
Yeah.
like, what if a plane just flies through this cloud and just
If you
gets
look at the
wrecked?
sheet, there's an autopilot feature on there. That's
Got it.
always engaged when you're
Got
not
it.
in it.
Huh.
Got it. So once we're parked, once I parallel park this bad boy in some clouds, I'll pull out the swords, and dismiss them. I guess
It's crazy that our Zord has like features relating to air traffic control for something that's like thousands of years old.
I mean,
Not so much air traffic control, but there were like dragons and
Oh, yeah.
thunderbirds
Yeah,
and
but, like,
giant fairies.
Planes aren't sentient, so
But there's still mobile objects flying at it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
alright.
fair.
The fact
Still
that a
kinda
plane
strange.
can't self-navigate is humans' fault. What are we gonna do about it?
Yeah, it's a shame that all of our giant robots are sentient. We gotta ask the opinion of the big fuck off battle mech.
What, you didn't watch Doids?
The
As you
hell's a
guys come-
Doids?
Come back
Transformers.
into position. Schrodinger,
Hmm.
you receive a text message yourself.
It's probably about car insurance. Is that a thing that 15-year-olds do? Is car insurance a thing yet?
What is
No.
Schrodinger's real name?
Ah, crap. Let's
He did warn
go.
you.
He did, and then I didn't think it'd come up this soon. I thought I'd have more time to pick a name. Let's go with Wally.
You get a text message from your mother. It says, Wall, are you coming to dinner tonight? Question mark.
I know where my house is, right?
Yep.
Wall.
God damn it. I have text to speech on. None of you know this. I think Schrodinger takes like a very brief second, and you can kind of see he's enjoying the drama and the adventure of the situation, but has now kind of been brought back to the reality that he was drifting in time and space for millions of years, relatively. And despite the fact that he has memories of this timeline, I don't think he ever remembered what his mom looked like while he was out there. So it's kind of weird. It's almost like talking to a ghost. I don't think he's going to answer. I think he's just put his phone away and focus on this.
Okay. One of the small bits that I'll give you in this moment as well is in this universe, as far as Schrodinger is aware, as far as like the memories are, have resurfaced in their ways, Schrodinger does stay on campus in the dormitories. That this message is not uncommon for a Friday or a Saturday kind of message. Like, this is something that Wally would have been accustomed to. He would have known that this text message was coming any Friday or Saturday being here. So not answering is perfectly fine. But that is something that you are aware of. As the five of you then step through the doorway that Peter knows was once Merlin's workshop, you find yourself now standing back in the Arcanium plexus.
So do we want to fix your family members or maybe?
well, they're healing in the
They
tubes,
should
right?
be
Aren't-
in the tubes, yeah.
They're in the tubes in the power chamber, yes. You guys have stepped through the doorway that leads directly into the Arcanium plexus. You can move into the power chamber at this point if you would like.
Yeah, Frankie will head into the power chamber. Check him out.
Okay.
I'm gonna order food. I'm gonna teleport to the nearest like off-brand McDonald's.
Okay. Alrighty. Schrodinger teleports away, leaving the 4 ArcaKnights there, stepping into the power chamber. At this point,
sorry, go ahead.
you see Philo approach all of you, the 4 of you that are there. This is Gina left a message. I'll let the message speak for itself as the constellation like eyes of Philo project light out in front of the 4 of you. And you see an image of Gina, the yellow ArcaKnight Ranger. I know this isn't exactly the best time, but we had somebody. There was a lot of Morphing Grid energy that moved towards an island called North Fate out in the Pacific Ocean when you guys went to go battle whatever the fake Dior is. And if that means that there are going to be Rangers there, then they deserve to have somebody there too. I'm going to go make sure that they're not alone. I'm going to go make sure that they know that they're a part of something that they deserve to be a part of, that they're worthy to be a part of. And that if we accomplish our goal, maybe they won't have to be a part of. The healing spell is set. It should be finished here within the next 2 days. I did everything that I could. And Dior, I leave Saren with you. If you need him in his Zord form, you can call on him and he'll answer to it to make sure that we can still accomplish our mission. That we can still do what we're looking to do. But if there's new Rangers out there, they shouldn't be alone. I'll see you soon. All right, Philo, you can end it. And then the image fades and pulls away.
Well, down a Ranger, but at least they're, they're safe and they're doing something it's a good thing, right?
Yeah.
The thing we hoped someone did for us.
Yeah, I mean,
Right.
it's really what you went evil over. I mean, sorry, too soon.
I just, yeah. Peter just awkwardly just kind of like looks at. I'm not really looking at files.
I give you a pat on the back. Sorry, it's been a stressful few days.
Yeah.
But yeah, she will take care of the new Rangers. We got stuff here to worry about until she gets back anyway. So,
I think maybe we should get some rest, and then tomorrow we can make a plan.
That might be great.
I told her I would go, but she said that you guys would probably need me more than her, as Nico kind of like waves from over by the tubes.
How's your sleep been, bud?
Sleep. Yeah. You could see there's like tendrils of gold light connecting him to each one of the spells over each of your loved ones, friends, family members by the tubes.
So you're healing them.
They seemed pretty set on it. I didn't ask any questions. they found a spell that could tether the magic I can't use to get this going. And I guess there's a lot in here that I just can't use. There's like disappointment over his face when he says that.
What do you mean?
Like, best way to describe it is working in a team project and somebody who realizes that their part isn't as much or as valuable to everyone else's. That's the best way I can explain his disposition at the moment.
Well,
Nico, can I ask you a question?
Yeah, I gotta sit right here though. He's got a little chair right
sure.
there.
You've been through a lot, perhaps a bit more than some of us.
You guys had to fight against me. And if I'm able to do this, and he like motions to the threads connecting, it wasn't an easy fight.
Yeah. Do you think you're ready to do more?
I want to. But if
Good.
this is what I can do, then this is what I will do.
Okay. Here's hoping you get that chance, though. Because I think you deserve it too. The chance to be a hero.
I think I want to be a friend first.
We like that. We got a lot of enemies. So yeah, I'll leave you to it. Do you want something to eat, drink? Would that distract you?
He crumbles up a piece of paper, and then it becomes like a set of Wingstop boneless wings. I got this. Like,
you,
We can like
okay.
get you actual food.
it's
Yeah.
here. Try it.
Just because it's
I
it
just
was
like
paper.
I just like take out my phone and send Schrodinger a text. Can you pick up Nico something to eat, please?
Ignore that it was paper like 2 seconds ago. Trust me.
I think a chicken has to actually die for you to get protein. I don't know. You know what? I'm not going to stop you. You go right ahead.
I just think it could do better than Wingstop.
Frankie, you get a text back. Which one is Nico?
I
Nico is
lift
the-
my phone up and take a picture of him and send it to you.
Oh, he's still here.
Yeah, he's eating paper again. He needs actual food.
I'm just like sitting on like an overlook, like looking at the city. I'm just very serene, and then I was just like, why this team? Why stuck in this timeline? Why? So many other timelines I could have been part of Time Force.
Schrodinger, what are you doing?
I think after I got food. From a distance, I think I'm gonna try to like. I want to see what my family is up to.
Okay. Give me an alertness roll.
Oh crap. Alertness is nothing, so I think that's just the D20, right?
That's disadvantage.
Oh crap. At least I don't think I don't have anything in that. Disadvantage, you say? 12.
Let me double check here real quick.
It's been admittedly a
Yeah,
while.
no. So
12.
12. Are you still in your morphed form, or are you just you?
I can teleport without having to morph, right?
Yes.
Then I probably would have just been me because I had to go get food first. So
Okay. So, looking through the windows, observing through the helm of the Phantom Cheshire Ranger, you see your little sister, about 9, 10 years old. She is on a trampoline in the backyard, just kind of jumping. She's got like a stuffed animal off to one side that's just sitting there. You know that's Rigby. She's had it her whole life. And even as old as she is, she still brings him around and has him there to watch what's happening. Not so much the imaginative type that she was. You see your mom in the kitchen is finishing putting plates together. She takes one and kind of like wraps plastic wrap over it and goes to put it in the fridge. Your father comes down a hallway into the kitchen, says, Wally's in college. Like, he's not going to be home every weekend. He's got friends. He's going to parties. He's studying. Whatever answer it is you need to hear, but we got to let him do what he's doing. You can hear your mom. I know, but I'll still put something away in case he changes his mind. What if he wants to come home for dinner tonight? And what if it's not until later? I don't want him to feel like because he's, he just grew up so fast.
Thinking back, was I like a good son?
Pulling through
Yeah, I wanna
the
go
memories.
through quote unquote Wally's life.
Uh, yeah, normal teen shenanigans. Went to a party when you weren't supposed to. Snuck out. Uh, really good in school. Damien's been like a really good friend of yours for years. He's 3, 4 years older than you. So he graduated high school like ahead of you and started at University Angel Grove, but that was still like your best friend. You didn't really do like bad kid behavior, but all in all, looking back on it, there is that sentiment of what was once ghosts given physical form.
Think well, Schrodinger is what time is it right now? When did I
It
get
was
here?
about 5, 6 in the evening.
Okay. I think it's Schrodinger is standing outside his slash Wally's home because I think in his mind those are two different people. Like it almost seems to him like he took over somebody else's life. And seeing his parents, I don't think they seem familiar to him, at least not in the way that living this life should feel. But he remembers what it's like not to have them around, tries to remember what he can from his life post big apocalypse. And I think he's going to. Is the door unlocked?
Yeah.
I think he's going to walk inside.
Do you demorph before you go inside?
Yes. Yeah. I'm going to demorph before I go in there.
Okay. As you open the door, familiar to Wally and not Schrodinger, you hear what sounds like like a hand slapping a shoulder, like an aha, I told you. Wally, is that you?
Yeah.
Good, good. Just finished getting dinner together.
Cool. What are
Come
we
on
having?
in. So we have a roast chicken with steamed vegetables and some like fried potato. I tried home fries. I tried to make home fries. I didn't have any red peppers, so I just used a little extra yellow peppers, but it it tastes fine. I'm pretty sure it's great.
I'm gonna just kind of take one and eat it.
You see your dad come around the corner. Oh, college boy, no parties tonight, and just kind of like puts hand on the head and like ruffles the hair for a second.
No. I don't think a lot of college students want to invite a 15-year-old, but
I think they're missing out.
yeah, you keep telling yourself that, Dad. And I think as he says "Dad," he stops himself a little and feels kind of uncomfortable, almost like calling somebody else's dad, Dad. But he's kind of trying to work his way up to it.
Standing in the kitchen, take one of the
just
home fries, go to eat it. Whoa! Running like full speed from the backyard.
what is their name?
You tell me.
Ah, crap.
You created this canon of these people.
I didn't think you'd come into play. I thought I'd go back to being a ghost.
Nope.
Sarah.
Sarah comes rushing through the backyard door, through the living room, tearing towards you with Rigby in her hand, and just like wraps her whole body around your waist.
Yeah, I think that did it. I think Schrodinger is like actually crying now.
It's in that moment that will pull away. Over the course of the next 2 days, as the spell to bring Flamel back through the Morphing Grid, before the ceasefire ends, is there anything you guys would like to do?
I mean, I think we should discuss a plan of attack, right? Because it's gonna pop off in 2 days.
Yeah, probably. I mean,
we should-
I stand by the fact that we should just like we give them a designated meeting place, and then we just land our castle on top of them.
I would like to
Fair.
surreptitiously, without my parents' knowledge, try to find whatever files are on Dire,
Okay.
and equally anything that has any knowledge on Dark Spectre.
Okay. Marcia and Frankie?
I definitely want to work on a security thing because the end of the ceasefire for us is also the end of the ceasefire for the rest of Angel Grove. And I want to essentially make a plan with my mom for contingencies in the event that blows back into civilian territory.
Okay.
Because I imagine that when this stops, it's gonna stop big.
Okay. And Frankie?
I think Frankie, besides getting like the dojo back up and running, because I do need to, make my rent. I want to go back to the professor's house. So I know there
Okay.
was that fight there, and it's Frankie also kind of just wants to see the scene after what happened.
Okay.
So go there, get a little closure, and then see if maybe Cranston has anything that could be of use there in the lab there to help us prepare.
So with Frankie going to Professor Cranston's house and personal lab. Marcia speaking with her mother to kind of beef security around Angel Grove. Peter and Schrodinger coming up with some kind of plan for when this ceasefire ends on what to do against and with the Dread Hollows. And Dior looking more into Dire and Dark Spectre. We will take our break.
Yee.
Go ahead and use the restroom, do all of the human things. We'll be back anywhere between 10 to 15 minutes, and we will continue on from here in episode 20 of ArcaKnights, a Power Rangers actual play series.
Let's go! Lost Galaxy, Super.
And welcome back, everyone, to ArcaKnights at Power Rangers actual play series here on Arclight Court. And we will pick up with Marcia. Marcia, as you go to meet with your mother about the security and protections of Angel Grove, you can see she's already on some kind of high alert when you show up to the office suite. She's like frantically moving back and forth. There's like 2 cell phones that are set on the desk that seem to be having a conversation with each other. Like there are people on each line of the phone that are communicating to one another as she is like sitting in front of a computer typing away as you enter.
Hi, Mom. Are you busy by chance?
If the 2 of you could please call one another and continue your conversations. I have a meeting with another security individual for the AG situation. Thank you. And she hangs up both phones.
Did those 2 people know they could have just had a conference call?
I assume as such, but I also don't assume the intelligence of anyone nowadays.
Fair enough. Are you busy? Because we could.
A little. I'm still waiting for Barrett to get back, but until then, I'm going to make sure that efforts are put forward. There was a gathering recently outside of Angel Grove of a bunch of people claiming to be followers of the darkness, preaching and proclaiming something, whatever the case may be. Police were involved, arrests were made, situations are being had, but in the absence of the terrorizing entities, I assume a fan club has been created.
Not like that's ever happened before, of course.
No.
So I wanted to talk to you about that situation.
Absolutely.
So I'm gonna tell it to you the way you'd tell it to a military authority or government official if you gained top secret information about an impending attack. Hypothetically, we have less than 48 hours before a large-scale attack is imminent. It is hypothetically targeted towards only the individuals who were previously in conflict with them, those individuals being folks hypothetically referred to as Rangers.
You're doing very well so far.
But hypothetically, if it were to happen, worst case scenario is it's gonna be very explosive. I wanted to talk to you about what hypothetical measures could be put in place to limit casualties as much as possible.
So, hypothetically, the Silver Guardians have been given access to the grid net protection system that was placed into Angel Grove by Cranston Industries. Once we came into the area, several other sects of the Silver Guardians have been redeployed here within Angel Grove and are operating currently under civilian status, moving through crowds, observing, reporting, non-confrontational interactions, though 2 hypothetical safe houses have been placed in the metropolitan area to be accessed by these imaginary Silver Guardian members, if the case were to arise, and I have been given access to this protection net through Cranston Industries.
Okay. That's good. How many guardians do we have in the field in Angel Grove? I know this is typically not my business, but I'm just curious. Hypothetically.
Currently, there is between 35 and 45 Silver Guardians in city, with 2 or 3 dozen still en route.
Okay, cool. And they have the grid net. Can I borrow your laptop, Mom?
You see, she's like looking at the computer in front of her and her awareness of its connection to the laptop, and is like, opens a backpack and says, "It stays here. Whatever you need to do will happen here," as she
Oh, no,
slides it
yeah.
across the desk.
Oh no, yeah, of course. I open it. I take out my phone.
3 screens shoot out from the side and one rises from the top of it.
I take out my phone. I take out a USB cord and plug my phone into the laptop, and then I whisper, Tamrit, can I ask you a favor?
What is it?
I want to do 2 things, but one of them I need you to do while I'm working the other thing. You can scan for magic on this connection, right?
Absolutely.
Just let me know if anything's happened on this network anytime recently. I'm still curious about that message earlier and where it went.
Of course, darling. And you
And
see,
while
like, Pink Rabbit like bounces between the screens and then back to the phone, and then periodically will move back between all of the screens.
and while that's happening, I'm typing, but I also want to do a spellcrafting roll.
Okay.
Essentially, I'm using the laptop to gain access to the to access the gridnet access that has already been provided to the Silver Guardians, and add a spell to it that allows Silver Guardians to generate a small shield using grid tech.
Okay. So this will be a 2-part roll. The first will be the spellcrafting roll. So remember, this is a D8 specialized skill. So it's D20, D2, D4, D6, D8. Take the highest of the skill dice and add it. And then pending the success there, we'll move to the technology roll.
I did that right?
I was rolling wrong for like the first 10 episodes, so don't even sweat.
Oh god, this is a dreadful roll. Yeah, if we were using the best of them, it would be 10.
So 10 added to the D20 roll?
10 total.
No, total.
Total. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Were any of them ones?
One was a 1.
You could spend a story point to re-roll that dice that was a 1.
It wouldn't matter. It was the
It
D4,
wouldn't
and he
help,
rolled a
it's the
7 on the
D4.
D8.
Oh no. Okay.
My D20 roll is a 3.
So the beginnings of the spell to allow Silver Guardians access to energy from the Morphing Grid to create shields. The beginnings of the spell were correct. The application of the spell through this laptop fails. It's like you're coding in C++ and the system is on Python.
Mhm.
Right.
Okay, so I guess I can't do that here. I turn back to my mom and I go, hypothetically, it is possible that we can amplify the Silver Guardian's access of the grid. I will look into that and let you know more, but apparently I can't do that now.
The Silver Guardians have been given access to equipment from Cranston Industries, specifically from their research and development areas. That information, even in a hypothetical, I cannot reveal.
Of course. Okay, so I guess the only thing we need to talk about again is what we're actually gonna do, hypothetically, in 2 days.
There are several shelters within Angel Grove that have been erected and set into place, both subternal and, if needed, within several other metropolitan area buildings. The Silver Guardians have been instructed that should a case arise, the first contingency is the safety of civilians. The second action is to move in full support of the Rangers within Angel Grove.
Okay. At some point, maybe in the next, I want to say 30 hours, hypothetically, you may gain some dossiers about some of the stuff that we already know. So it puts you in a better position to hypothetically fight things that are 3 times the size of a normal mortal. But I might need to get permission for that.
Your mother turns the laptop away from you. Your phone's still connected to it. As she begins typing, moving through it, and then turns it back towards you. And what you see in front of you, at least at the barest understanding, are the schematics of 3 to 4 very large, as far as the scale on the paperwork is considered, look like fighter jets. But they don't appear similar to any style or design of any other country's air force or anything. If you want to take a closer look at it, give me a technology roll.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Your mom's sus.
6. I gain no
6.
information whatsoever.
You do gain one small thing. About 12 to 15 years ago, there were a group of Rangers who stated to have come from some future. And some of their equipment was left here. When I assumed the position I did of the Silver Guardian Corporation, some of that equipment was left available to me.
Okay. These are rad. Okay. And you had this the whole time?
They are currently in a hangar that is hidden away.
Okay, these are incredible. Yeah, I think you are more prepared than I thought you'd be, actually.
I like to think I am.
Mom, can I ask you a question?
Of course.
Have you ever thought about not doing this?
You were 4 years old the first time we moved into another country, away from home. We were in Spain, and that was when the first threat was made towards you. And when I first enlisted Barrett, and Barrett helped me realize a lot and helped me understand a lot. And you also taught me a lot. That if I want to protect one thing, then all things deserve to be protected.
I must have been one really smart kid because I feel like a really dumb adult.
You've always been great. She like brings your head down and kisses you on the forehead. Whatever information you needed, take it with you. Other than the information I'm not supposed to give you, obviously. But there are plans in place. And we're ready for
Okay.
whenever the Rangers might need us.
And whenever that is, you know you can literally call us.
Go do what you need to, sweetheart. I got you.
I turn back to the laptop and like very silently try to meet Tamarit's gaze.
There's like I have no idea what's going on in this laptop gaze. Like, there is technology, information, coding. Magic isn't breaching your mom's security systems on her laptop.
Mom jacked the Time Force.
Okay, I unplug my phone, I run towards the door, and I teleport such that when the door closes, I'm gone, but depending on what side you're standing on the door, you don't see me.
Got it. We'll then move to Frankie. Frankie, as you get back to the dojo to get everything set up, planned, keep things moving, keep things going, you see a notice taped to the outside of the dojo entrance door. It says, closed, currently under not construction, but like reworking of everything inside. Like it's being updated, or things are being removed and replaced. I can't remember the exact word right now.
Renovated?
Renovated. Closed for renovations.
Who's the notice from?
You can see William's signature on the bottom.
Okay. Can I get in still and look around, see if anything's actually going on, or did he just like close it while we're dealing with shit kind of thing?
As you open it and go inside, nothing's changed.
Okay.
It looks like it was just like a way to keep people from checking in and going through things or asking questions, essentially.
Yeah, then I'll take the notice off and start setting up. See if I can get some classes set up for tomorrow before the ceasefire ends, so at least get some pay for the week before we're gonna be super busy again. And then just like do all like the admin stuff.
There's still like checks for enrollment and stuff have been dropped off for you to cash and put towards the dojo and everything. Nobody seems to be returning any like phone calls, like cold calling people about classes or anything like that. Nobody seems to be responding much to those right now, especially because the Power Rangers were just in outer space yesterday and everybody's still kind of freaking out about that.
Okay, cool. I will grab the checks. I will lock back up, head to cache those, and then I will head over to the professor's lab. See if I can find out anything that can help us there.
Alrighty. As you are making your way towards the professor's lab, Peter Schrodinger,
Yeah.
what's the war plan?
So
I stand
like
by
how-
the fact, Peter, that we definitely should just land the castle on top of them. That's like 5,000
Yeah.
metric tons of
But then they
of
get. What
Zord.
if they survive? What if they survive?
Then we do it again. I feel like the range of survivability of giant meteor Zord is like this. You know?
I mean, we could try that. We could try it, but we could also end up like hurting a bunch of innocent people, crashing the massive castle Zord down atop them.
What if
We
just,
could like Wild West style this, where we just like rock up, some distance away from their base with all of our Zords, and just kind of like wait for them to come out, and just
oh, I
like.
thought you meant just like rain. How many of our Zords have like guns?
I
and
think all of our
cannons?
guards have, all of our Zords have guns.
Why don't we just bombard them from like 2 miles away?
I mean, because it's still like a military base.
Oh, they have a military? I thought it was like a weird custodial closet.
Wait, is it okay? Is it a military base under control of the Dread Hollows? So if we attack it, are we declaring war on America?
So I think like
What if we just say we're Lightspeed Rescue? Then it's technically okay, right?
surface level, it's a military base, and they don't know that there's also like a bad guy base in there.
How do you not notice Fantasy Satan in your basement?
How do you not notice giant mechanized animals climbing out of the same mountain every week?
I don't know. People
Suspension
don't
of
go
disbelief.
outside.
Got it. Suspension of
Some
disbelief.
people are busy at home watching. What is it? What do people watch? Twitch streams. This ArcaKnight Court fella, he's pretty cool. I recently rediscovered that while I was here. But okay, so we can't just declare war on America.
We can't.
Yes.
Okay, so I mean, they want to kill you, Rubat.
They do. Yeah, they do.
So we could potentially use you as bait.
Oh, okay. I just got
to draw them out of the base, and then we jump them with all of the Zords.
I guess, but like if they're all coming to kill me, then I don't think we're jumping anyone. I think that's just an encounter. I think if maybe
that's like a really good idea, because I think it's only the 3 of them now.
Right, and there's like what, 1, 2, 3,
5
of us.
How many Zords do we have? Like 12 now?
6 of us.
6?
Yeah, we have like a dozen
Yeah.
Zords.
Are you the new 6th Ranger or am I the 6th Ranger still?
I think I'm the cool one.
Okay,
But I mean, it can
don't
be
say that because
like,
we're gonna get involved in a whole semantics. You are the 7th Ranger because technically there were 5 of us before.
Yeah,
You're
7.
6. He's 7.
Got it. All right, so I'm glad we got that out of the way. Why were we having this meeting originally?
Because we have to go to war tomorrow.
If
So
I morph, the
Mhm.
Chimera can't use the Gold Ranger powers.
okay, that's great.
If I'm holding it, he can't use it. So
Okay.
he can only do like maybe summon the Draugr. Like that's not even really anything.
Yeah, just they're like foot soldier guys. We could step on them. pretty
Yeah,
easily.
yeah, we can
And
breathe
if-
on them and they die.
If
Okay, so it's that.
if I hold it, if I can keep him from taking it from me, then you guys are really only facing Hesius and my mom and Amaya.
How cool are you with us
Beating
just
on your
like,
mom.
Yeah, just like exploding your mom like we do with most like Power Ranger villains. Like just big plume of explosion fire. Like are we cool? What are our boundaries here?
If there was a way for it to not end that way, I'd like that. But I also know that she let a demon take over my body for almost my entire
Kinda
life.
fucked up.
Yeah, I
it's
feel like
kinda-
that's
kinda-
a like a CPS thing we would have to probably
I
so
could-
okay.
I could shatter, like if You take the Chimera powers, you're bait. We got the rest of the team lying in wait. I could show up once the team gets engaged, and I could shatter the grid around your mom. That way she loses her connection.
Yeah, you could shatter your mom.
Listen,
Sorry, I'm
that
15.
might be a way, but that might also
Shatter
might
us.
that might
No.
send her back to the court, to the fairy court.
Right. And then
I
she's
Then
feel
she
like I'm
wouldn't
missing
be
some
here, and
lore.
she couldn't get back here.
right. And then she's gonna face Fey justice, which by all the
Yeah.
Dungeons and Dragons I've played, it's not fun.
Yeah, but
You play
but then-
Dungeons and
but then
Dragons?
she's
Yeah, I tried it once for a summer.
but then she doesn't die.
Right. Right.
Okay, so we don't kill your mom. That's
no,
that's what we're aiming for.
we can take out the rest of them, but we send his mom back to the Fey realm.
Got it. So everybody else is free game. They're dead.
I
Just
mean-
dead on arrival.
Headless horse guy, like he's just a dick.
Oh, I'm not being judgmental.
Well, he stabbed Frankie through the back, so I got a bone.
He's
to pick with
dead.
that
Yeah,
one.
dead immediately.
Okay, Frankie's
Killing him.
probably gonna want that one.
Okay, so
but-
we're all man. It's almost like we can hear their voice. I mean, if we want to go like a fantasy route, we could be like, battle by proxy, because we have a whole war going. And
But where do we
feel like
want to
if
do this? Because we can't do it like in front of the
Let's do it at
military
let's
base.
do it at the lake.
I was gonna say just like some miscellaneous rock quarry. I know that Angel Grove has like 50 of those.
We could do it at the lake.
of the lake.
The lake.
I was gonna go there on vacation after we're done with all this.
What if you put the sword in the lake? What if you fight them in the lake with the sword? It
Well,
didn't like you
what
couldn't go
does that
in there
do?
with magic.
It shatters. It's basically like a grid nullifying zone. Oh
yeah,
God,
we
we
s-
lost somebody.
Oh no, somebody died.
Oh no.
Unshatter
Mm-hmm.
the grid, Peter.
I've shattered the grid. I'm so sorry.
We said it too many times, and now it happened. So we just
Brandon.
No, he's
Oh, they're
back.
there.
counter.
They're back.
They're back.
We're all right. We're all in our same spots. But yeah, I mean that could work. We could bake them
because
in.
I know there was a thing with Dior and like not doing that around him because it would kill him. But what if like you took my mom into the lake and then you had the sword in the lake and then that would do
And then you beat on his
That-
mom.
I mean, I could. Yeah, we could do that. We just got to draw them out with Schrodinger, and then the rest of the
A lot of these
Zords can
plans
hide-
are relying on me being
because they
bait.
want to kill you.
Yeah, but like
they're their number one priority.
their number one priority isn't to take over the world. It's just to kill me.
That's you
Well,
piss them off big time.
I
you're
piss
like
off a lot of people.
subsection mission goal 1. Like you're
Okay, so,
1A.
Optional objective, I guess, or
They get
am
extra
I-
XP
or is-
or something.
they get
Yeah,
extra-
prioritized optional adventure
they re-
is
You
Get
two
rid of
will
the
be
Phantom.
the easiest way we can draw them out.
I
Got
can definitely draw them out. If I'm there and I morph before the Chimera, before Mordred gets access to it and I hold it, they're gonna come after me.
Why are you not just morphed all the time?
Because it takes a lot. And it's like playing tug of war with my soul. It's the only way I can explain it. I can feel them pulling me to them because they want the power.
Right.
Good to know.
So
So bait.
we use the two of you as bait.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
The rest of the team lies in wait. I take your mom into the lake.
That's
That-
my only like if we
Just-
can.
Not kill your
I'm
mom.
not saying
Yeah, I've had a dead mom before. It was rough.
that it has to be the choice made, but if we can.
Yeah. I mean,
And-
I will do my
Optional
best.
objective.
I'll do
Got
my
it.
best to send your mom back to the Fey realm.
1A.
1A.
Yeah, 1A. Save
1A,
mom.
send mom to Fey realm.
1B.
1B.
Explosion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So okay, so you take care of the mom, and that leaves us with weird headless skeleton guy, and then like, is there
And
anybody
Mordred,
else?
you know,
are those not the
but-
same person?
No, there's Hesius, the horse guy, and then there's
Huh.
Mordred, the former Chimera Ranger. He's a dick.
Got it.
He's a dick. I fought him. He's not fun. I thought I snapped his neck.
You'd
But
think
I didn't. Yeah.
I got a double tap.
Well, he was using a clone, but if he doesn't
Yeah, double tap.
have the Chimera,
I'll have most of his magic, not all of it,
But like
but
most.
I'll have most of it as the
How
Gold
weak
Ranger.
does that make them then? If
Yeah, how
they
weak
have
will
like
he be?
not like can we just
He'll be at
kick
like
him?
he'll be at like a 30-40% out of 100.
I mean that's good. How so is like 100 stronger than us, or is that like on our level? Like he's gold.
With 100% of my power, I convinced Peter to try and take the Notaria and destroy everything.
okay. So
It's just
we're gonna wanna
for
have to talk about
reality
that.
of the
yeah,
situation.
yeah, I did
Okay,
get played.
so
I did
full
get played pretty
power,
hard.
full power is able to manipulate Peter.
Full power is able to manipulate the entire morphing grid.
Oh, the entire morphing grid.
Right. They twisted it to turn me dark.
Dope.
Yeah.
I lived there for a while. I didn't have anything else to add to that. Okay, so that leaves us with the two guys, and then we just beat them up. Day saved. I'm not dead. Hopefully, I'm gonna say that's not 1A. That's just main priority for me is don't die. I have a family dinner later.
And if we stop Mordred, if we could take out Mordred, then I don't have to worry about the tug of war, and I can fully help.
So we should take out Mordred first.
Yeah, just off him.
Because we know Frankie's gonna want to go after Hesius. So Frankie's gonna go for Hesius, while the four of you can handle Mordred, and I'll handle your mom.
Yeah.
And then we've kind of diverted all of our resources here pretty evenly, I think.
I think pretty solid. You got
your nothing will go wrong.
Yeah, absolutely not. You know what? I think honestly we've got the power of Morphin Jesus on our side.
And last option, we drop the castle.
Okay, I'm glad that my ideas are being taken into account. I just wanted to feel included.
Last option, we shatter the grid and drop the castle.
Yeah.
Because then that stops Mordred. That stops me in case Mordred has some weird thing with the power and tries to make me do stuff I'm not supposed to. Stops my mom, brings the castle down, takes all of them out at the same time.
Yep.
Why is that not just the first plan? If it's so like
because
sure.
we have to it's a very risky plan because I'm gonna have to be under it, and as soon as I shatter the grid, I'm gonna lose my powers.
Is it like an area of effect thing, or can I teleport in when you're like?
It's an area of effect. It's gonna eat the grid around us.
Okay, so like if I'm not there,
yeah, you'll be all right. You can get out. I have to be there to shatter the grid.
Right, so you do it, and then when that's done, wait. So is it just constantly there, or is it like a one-time thing?
It's an area of effect that will last for a bit of time, but I'm gonna shatter the grid, and then it's gonna be me and 3 supervillains without powers, with a castle crashing down upon me. So that's why it's the last option.
Okay. I mean, we can get you some like, what are the do you guys have Heelys in this universe? You know, maybe like a
Schrodinger.
roller skates. You could get away.
I get it. You're 15. He's 15. He's 15. I can't.
And from there, we move to Dior.
I have a by proxy headache, and I don't even know why.
Yeah.
Dior, where exactly are you going to get the information you were looking for? Because one guarantee that Dior would know is that it's not going to be at home.
Yeah.
He's going to take a terrible guess, but he's going to try the school, specifically one of his parents' like school computers.
Okay. So you head back to UCA. You head to UCAG.
Mm-hmm.
You head into your father's lab. Using his key code, you get into the lab. No issues, no alarms, no nothing. No classes are today, as the Rangers were literally driving through space yesterday, and it's like a whole thing. You get to his computer. Give me a technology roll.
My favorites, which I actually got more stuff for. because of a level up. So I'm D8 now. Yeah. 15.
15.
Mhm.
So as you are signing in, Dad uses the same password for everything. Even though he's been told 900 times he needs to have separate passwords for separate things. You get into there, and where exactly are you looking?
I'm going to, because it can't be just in the regular files. I know that much. I'm going to see if there's anything in like a possibly recently deleted sections of the computer, because those are always have information stored.
Yeah. Going through the recently deleted, going through, recycle bin, all of that, you're not seeing anything that even remotely is close to information about Dyer.
Just for fun, I'm going to see if there's a file that has my name, like my name designation on there. Just one last check, and then after that,
D10R,
yeah.
nothing.
All right.
Do you go to Mom's lab?
Yep.
So you head to Mom's lab. We'll keep the same tech roll. You're aware of everybody's passwords here.
No, nobody
being,
is safe.
being connected to the Cranston Industries mainframe that is the, provider of computers and everything to the university kind of helps. You see there was one email conversation that was had between Professor Cranston and your mother. And all that you can really gather from it was an affront on giving you a body you deserved was made, and an attempt to use it for someone else was had, but it failed. Looking at the correlation of the dates and the emails and everything else, you can put it right around the time that Frankie's uncle had passed away.
Who was this for?
You know that the body was meant for you. Putting 2 and 2 together without needing an insight roll, Professor Cranston tried to put Frankie's uncle's energy, his spirit, his manifestation, whatever terminology, into Dyer hours after the announcement of his passing. And it failed. Because of the own blocks that were put onto Dyer being specifically made for you.
This is going to be tough to explain. It's going to set out my phone and just leave it in front.
You got any snacks in here?
In this room specifically, I think Mom keeps a bag of Fritos in here. One
you
sec.
See the yellow Kit Fox leap out of the phone, take full form, and Where?
I know Mom. Drawer on the far right, second one to the bottom.
The head like phases through the drawer and then pulls back out with a dematerialized bag of chips, and all the chips fall to the floor, but the bag is still left unopened. They then drop the bag in the trash can, and Saren starts eating the chips on the floor.
Enjoying the company of your roommate there, Chiron.
It's a duality.
I can try to design a bigger space.
I think you and I both need more emotional interaction with others.
I agree. This shouldn't make me angry. I get the logical reasoning for all of this.
Emotion isn't logical,
Yeah.
has not and cannot be based within logic.
Feels like a lot of these decisions were made without asking the people involved if we had a choice in the matter.
They believed it was for the best. Emotional, notwithstanding logic.
Do you think Dyer's alive? Not Dark Spectre within him or whatever. Dyer.
Is a chrysalis a non-organic entity that contained life but no longer breathes the life that it contained?
That's a hard question. The logic part of me says yes.
But the emotional?
I think Dyer's scared. I
And
would
he
be.
should be.
Yeah.
He's in a body that shouldn't be his.
Yeah.
So why not claim what's yours?
I don't know.
It's at this point for Peter, Schrodinger, and Nikos. The two of you and Nico witness the large spell circle now extending out from the arcanium plexus into the power chamber. The reforming of Flamel as the glyphs begin to move into place, forming a corporeal body. And ahead of the three of you, you see the now standing Peter in a form that you saw in the very far past, form of Merlin, also known as Flamel.
Wow. Hey. Welcome back.
I know why,
Huh?
and I know how,
Okay.
and I know who.
Mm-hmm.
That's like what, 3 out of 6?
And he's like standing in the power chamber. Dark Spectre
Yeah.
is the reason why the other Rangers couldn't come back here. He wants the Zeo crystal here. He is the who and the where. In eyes turn towards you, Peter. Where are the others?
I mean, most of us are here. The rest are kind of on little side quests. They should be back soon.
We're going to need them.
I'll just send a communique, be like, "Hey guys, the big guy's back.
It's like a weird old
Get here quick.
man in our base.
Schrodinger, get off the phone."
No,
Uh,
I'm part of the team too.
I hang him, unmute him like it in Discord.
A large
back.
spell book opens in front of Flamel. What looks to be initially a quill in his hand then becomes this almost like full body sized calligraphy brush as he starts painting arcane sigils on the floor of the power chamber, and is just moving through at the most fiercest rate possible.
What you doing there?
If he can't see exactly where it is, then he won't attack here. If he doesn't attack here, he doesn't get closer to the goal. Has he gotten to the sun yet?
He was heading to it once he got the dragon from the moon. He
Spelled with a U or
There
an
was a
O.
dragon on the moon.
Serpentera.
Serpentera. He got Serpentera.
Do you have
and-
Serpentera where you're from?
No, he's from like hundreds of years ago.
I don't know how old that Zord is.
Philo, I'm gonna need. There's no more ink in this time.
I turned to look at our buddy in the corner. I was like, he at some point could probably help you out with that. I mean, I can't. Can I help? I don't know if I can help.
I don't know.
I got one more use, right?
For amusement's sake, you haven't hung up the Discord call of
You
this
just do
conversation.
you only
have
hear
you?
Peter's side of things?
It's just a moment's pause and all right, before this gets any weirder, I'm gonna just start setting up the teleportation stuff on my end.
It can get weirder.
Yeah,
you're around.
I'll be there soon. I still gotta check out the professor's lab, but
Now,
I'm gonna say I leave my mom's office just as this happens and enter
at this
room.
moment.
Frankie, Magic Grandpa is drawing all over our floor.
Why is that mop dirty? What's happening here?
This is
It's a mop?
ink. We need, and then he makes eye contact with Nico.
All right, good luck,
this
fam.
is Nico, our 7th ranger.
Yeah.
Yep, that's what he is. The 7th Ranger. Definitely.
Yeah, his mom's a fairy or something.
He's not. I'm gonna step in front of Nico. We saved him from the Chimera, from Mordred. He's on our side.
He gives me the look that I gave all of your loved ones a few days ago, so I don't know if we're gonna wanna maybe not.
What is he
I just
helping with? I can see the magic.
He's healing. He's healing our family members who were turned into necronites.
Flamel waves a hand, and you watch the strings that were connecting to Nico end, and you watch the spell circles around the family members start spinning at like a rapid speed. You see the curses like being sucked away at a much faster rate until it's completed, and then the circles are pulled away.
Well,
That
thank you
was
for
neat.
expediting that.
A friend.
Yes, he's a friend of ours.
Yes.
We saved him.
Yeah, sure.
A
yeah,
friend.
Big air quotation marks.
You've been asleep for a while. Do you have any questions? Do you want to stop doing things and ask them?
Do you need like a coffee? I could stop by Dunkin' Donuts.
I'm gonna go ahead and hit send on the teleport so that I'm gonna be here.
Oh, when'd you get here?
I need ink. And Nico stands up from the chair, pulls the spellbook necklace from in front of him out. I'll give you all the ink you need.
Right?
At
I'm
this
the special
moment,
one.
Fuck.
we leave the power chamber. Our rangers gathered, seeing their first mentor, their new ally, going to work together. The glowing oranges and reds of magma through blackened stone are gathered on a clawed foot that walks down a hallway, barely lit. Concrete, barely luminescent lights. They step forward. A hand almost identical to Dior's touches a wall as it moves and separates away. Within that space, Yamaya, Hesius, a handful of Draugr, assembling whatever weapons, incantations, spellbooks, artifacts are held within their own sanctum, turn to face Dire. Dark Spectre raises a hand towards all of them. And a searing energy pulled from the power of the sun itself washes over all of them in the space. If you were to be mine, then you will not be what you once were. The form of Yamaya is twisted, burned away, as ashen-covered, moth-like wings break from the form that was there. Zinthra, my moth matron, answer my call. The Dullahan headless centaur knight turned to petrified wood, burned against a cement wall as armor plates break and pull out of it. My knight, Canaan, show them a brother's fear of the end. As all of the Draugrs form burn into this puddle of tar and black, the clawed, molten hands move over the top as these ink-like wraiths pull from it and take form. Fuck their ceasefire. We take them all. And that's where we end tonight's session. Thank you all for joining us here on the ArcLight Court for ArcaKnights, a Power Rangers actual play series. I can't wait. I can't.
The fuck was that?
Like, these weren't bad enough already? They just got worse?
So Nukem?
Now they're just infused with the power of the sun.
Yeah, so
Cool
Nukem.
grand.
I'm still 1v1.
Castle
in them.
Nuke.
I'm still 1v1
Castle
in them.
Nuke,
I don't
yeah.
care.
Castle.
I don't care.
Castle.
It's on
Castle
site.
Nukem. Take the whole place down with him. It's fine.
AC 130 inbound. Like,
Ah, Jesus Christ.
So with that, we'll go back around our cast, let them tell you where you can find them on the internet, and close for the night. We'll start with Brandon.
Hi everybody, it's me, Brandon O'Brien. I'm a poet, writer, and game designer from Trinidad and Tobago. And I'm still rebooting. You can find me almost everywhere on the internet at The Rising Tides. That's TITHES. I have a website that is also my newsletter at brandonobrien.xyz. I have an itch.io page, therisingtides.itch.io, where you can find all of the games that I'm presently working on, including Hero Revolution, a Kamen Rider inspired Blades in the Dark hack that is due to give more updates very, very soon. Also, I'm streaming again, so you can find me on twitch.tv/therisingtides, where on Saturday you can hear me talk about J-pop because I'm recapping last year's Kohaku Utagasen, which if you have any feelings about K-pop and J-pop, you would want to hear me talk to you about all of my feelings about the thing. Yeah, I think that's me. Oh my god, what just happened? My brain is literally off right now. So I'm just gonna move on.
Hama.
It's me, Hama /Hamasamakun, HAMASAMAKUN, on all social media platforms. That includes Twitch, which is oddly enough what I was doing right before here. Yeah, I do stuff like D&D on short form and memeage on long form. I'm playing Cult of the Lamb tomorrow. You could also look out for me on Hot Asian D&D as well as Tabletop Tempest, because I'm doing stuff over there, but I am not at risk. I don't feel like risking talking about it because I have no idea whether or not I'm allowed to. But that's a thing that exists, and you should look out for it. There were some other stuff coming out. I'm doing the best I can, Alec. Do not look at me. I am so tired.
I can imagine the text messages from Chris right now.
Oh, you mean the one in chat right now that's good because you're not?
Yep.
All right.
Yeah, I can
I'm
feel
learning.
I can feel her
I'm
glare
learning.
through the chat.
I can
I'm
feel
learning.
the spiritual pressure from fucking miles away.
I'm getting an endearing middle finger out of this, but you're definitely getting stared at. Next,
Do the
Javante.
best I can.
Howdy, everyone. I'm Javante, resident TTRPG goblin. You can find me predominantly on Twitter, where I am mostly gushing about Godzilla and pro wrestling at the moment, because I am, for a short amount of time, a little bit less on my streaming amounts of things that I'm doing for like a small amount of time, and then that will change rapidly. But other things that I'm doing that I'm also doing, look out for a casting call coming up in like 2 weeks because I need stuff to do before May. And one of those things that I need to do is invite somebody to the Afropunk D&D world that I made. So I hope that you all are excited to try that out.
Alec.
Sorry, I was trying to stick dice to my face. Hello, everyone. I'm
my
Alec.
God.
Alec the Bard, professional ballroom dancer, TTRPG content creator, not your real dad. And you can find my shows over on YouTube, Tales of Novum, and you can find me streaming on Twitch Monday through Wednesday, typically. That's me. Drink your milk.
Yeah.
What?
Drink your milk. I don't know.
Our
Sure, yeah.
wonderful tech supervisor Paige.
Everyone on page, aka Pluto Cleric. I am a queer, non-binary, trans femme streamer and game master on quests to run every game in the known universe. Currently, I am started a Pokemon Nuzlocke stream on my Twitch on Thursday nights. Don't have a for sure time, probably 8 p.m. Eastern, so I can beat it before Critical Role airs. And then next week on Tuesday at 10 p.m. Eastern, I will be starting my own Power Rangers actual play with both Arc and Javante here as players. Power Rangers Fairy Arcana Force, where we dip into mixing more of the Fey realm with Power Rangers here in Angel Grove. And it is canonically taking place in the future after ArcaKnights, so I will be throwing Easter eggs in from this show. So stay tuned for more details for that on the Twitch.
Is Corellian still alive?
I don't know. I'm about to talk to Arc a lot this weekend before this shit starts for plot stuff. But yeah, look, social media is Pluto Cleric everywhere, so just keep your eyes out for more details.
And I am Gridmaster Art, or Arclight Court. Every second and fourth calendar Monday, you can find ArcaKnights here at the wonderful time zones that you are in. Not immediately. the day after ArcaKnights, I host a Q&A questionnaire about the previous episode called Turn the Page at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time here on ArcLight Court, where we discuss the previous episodes and all the questions and things you guys have about what's going on, what happened, who's going where, why did the big evil guy turn everybody into weird, crazy monsters right before things were going good. You can answer all the questions there. And on Thursdays, I do a variety stream where I talk about Power Rangers, play different games of Power Rangers throughout the years, create homebrew stuff for all of you, and continue to raise money for my own TTRPGs that I'm creating and developing for ArcLight Court Games. Thank you all for being here. Thank you all for being around. I can't wait to see you all again. Our next episode is on the 22nd of this month. At the same wonderful time here on ArcLight Court. And remember that if it's Monday, it's morphin' time. Thank you all for being here.
Lost Galaxy is the best.
No, it's not 0.
Dino Thunder.